me on the Mom Edition. First of all, my extreme apologies for not posting a video recently. There has been some construction work going on just near my apartment, so it's been so noisy that whenever I make up my mind to record a video, some of the other construction work is going on. Thankfully today there is no noise around, but I think you can still hear some men shouting just nearby, so please ignore that. And again, I'm so sorry, but I too have a video today that is going to make up for all of it, and that is my delivery and labor experience. I'm going to share whatever details I remember because it's already been around 9.5 months since my baby daughter Adhya is born. For first time moms, hearing about labor experiences is really exciting. Well, I also saw so many labor experiences that I can't believe it's my time to make one. Just give you the basics. I had a normal vaginal delivery, but I did take epidural, that is an anesthetic that just makes your lower part of the body go numb, so you don't feel any pain down there. Although you do feel pressure and the muscles squeezing and all of that, but it's not painful. So I took epidural, and I'm really thankful. Thank you, science, for inventing this remedy to help women go through labor, because giving birth is not easy. Let's get to the main story, okay? So I was about 38 weeks when my doctor started to check my cervix for any signs of labor. So when I went for my 38-week appointment, the doctor found that my cervix was a bit open and it had started to ripen. It was about 1 centimeter open, she said, and she said that maybe I would deliver in about a week or so, and if not, I should go back to her office for another checkup. So a week went by. Well, we packed our hospital bag. There is a video for it. I will link it right here. You can go and check that out, that what we took to the hospital, what was helpful, what was not. So yeah, so on a 38th week went by, I came into my 39th week and still there were no signs of labor. Well, I had educated myself like a good mother on what are the signs of early labor and mucus plug coming out and all that. So I was noticing each and every sign that my body was giving very, very carefully, I should say, so that I was ready whenever the baby was going to come out. So nothing happened really. In my 39th week, although I did lose my mucus plug. So you women wondering what is a mucus plug? So basically the opening of your cervix is packed and sealed with the mucus that our body makes even on a regular basis, but this mucus is very strong and thick, and basically it's there to protect your uterus and your growing baby inside it from getting any infections, so that nothing can enter that uterus and our baby is well protected. So losing your mucus plug is the very first sign. Well, let me tell you, not all women lose their mucus plug so early like I did. By early, I mean before going into active or early stages of labor. So I lost my mucus plug about 10 to 12 days before I delivered, whereas some women lose their mucus plug only when they have started actual labor. So it depends, and you need not worry yourself if mucus plug doesn't come out for you, because it might come out when you start your labor process. But for me, it thankfully did, and it was an indication that I might go into labor anytime now. But still 10 to 12 days flew by. Well, my body was, or the baby was still not ready to come out, I don't know. So yeah, so that happened in my 39th week, and when I went to the doctor at the end of 39th week, that is around 17th of October. My due date was 25th of October. So around 17th of October, I went to the doctor, and then she again had a vaginal exam, and she said that there hasn't been much progress since the last time we met, but that doesn't mean that I can't go into labor anytime now. So she said that let's wait for a couple of more days, and our target was that if by 21st I did not start my labor, we would do something to induce labor, and we would not wait till 25th. But she said that it all depends on how I carry the pregnancy in the last weeks. So yeah, then again I went home. I kept doing my exercises to open my hips. I kept doing exercises that I generally did, but obviously it was becoming more and more difficult as I was really big by that time. So then yeah, after that I think she called me in her office on 21st, and on 21st she said that let's just wait another night, and if you are still not having any contractions, or if you're still not into early labor, just come into the office the next morning, and we will get you admitted and we will start your induction process. However, on 21st night I started my contractions, and my early labor had started. I was getting contractions about, I would say they were not regular. I mean, I didn't really time them because they were so spaced apart. So yeah, on and off my contractions were there. I couldn't really sleep well the entire night, if I must say so. So the next day morning, anyways, my contractions had started, and doctor had told me no matter whatever your situation be, just come in the morning and we'll get started on the delivery process. So then 21st morning at around 7:30, they just inserted a pill in the cervix, and they said just wait it out, the baby might be here in the afternoon, so get everything set and just prepare yourself. However, nothing really changed. Even after they inserted the pill, I was still having contractions on and off. They were a bit stronger, but nothing crazy, nothing I couldn't bear. I was moving in my room, I was exercising, I was doing all those poses that I had studied for my delivery, and yeah, they were helping sort of, but my contractions were not really that strong for me to I don't know, shout, scream. So yeah, that was nice and good until about 1:30. So my doctor again came and she checked my cervix, and she said that well, now you have a choice to still wait it out, or we could break your bag, that is your water bag, and then the process might speed up. So I said that whatever you decide, I would go with that. I mean, you are the medical expert, so please tell me what to do. So she said that let's just break your bag. I mean, your contractions have already been there for about more than 12 hours, considering they started last night. So let's just break your bag, and we'll see what happens after that. So then she broke my bag. Oh my god. I do not advise any of you to say yes to breaking your bag manually. Well, those whose water bag break naturally, you guys are so lucky, because I feel that was the most painful moment of my life when they broke my water bag. And yeah, it was that bad. Sorry, I'm not scaring you off. For some of you it might be really simple, but my body is really sensitive, and I really feel a lot. Even I feel my ovulation, so you can take that as a bar and then go and add the pain that comes on when you break your water bag. So yeah, they broke my water bag around 1:30 in the afternoon. Then they started my glucose, and I suppose they also put me on Pitocin. That is a drug which stimulates your contractions. When all that happened, the real contractions began, and after 1:32, yeah, I was in active labor, lady. I was in active labor. I could not move myself, but I could not sleep straight on my back. I had to take a side for me to bear through that contraction. So after giving me Pitocin and breaking up my water bag, they also started doing the non-stress test of the baby. That is, they just put a machine which measures baby's heartbeat. So they put that machine on me, but I was getting so restless, and with every contraction my pain was increasing a lot. By the time it was 3:30, my baby's heartbeat started fluctuating as well, and unfortunately on the lower side. So they pushed me to keep breathing and and maintain my oxygen level so that the baby gets enough oxygen. But my pains were so bad, you guys, that it didn't really help. So when I asked for epidural, they gladly said yes, because otherwise if the situation worsened, they would have to go and get me a cesarean, which I really did not want. But after 2 hours of heavy contractions, they came and checked my cervix opening, and it was still just 4 centimeters, and that was it. I had no more patience and no more strength to bear any more pain. So I requested my doctor to give me epidural. Well, we had discussed about it. She was really positive about epidurals, and she was like, why not? Why do you have to bear all that pain when science can help you? So she had given me a thumbs up even before, and when I asked for it, she just gave it to me. So they said, okay, let's try an epidural. And the best part about epidural is if unfortunately something happens and they have to go and do a cesarean on you, that same epidural apparatus can be used to give you anesthesia even for your cesarean. So it's not a waste. If at all you do not deliver normally, you can always, that apparatus is used also to convert your anesthetic situation into a cesarean one. So I got an epidural at around 4:30, and within 5 minutes, kid you not, my level of pain was 100%, and it came down to 1% to almost 0. And well, I then started enjoying my labor. Well, I could feel that contraction happening, my baby coming down, and they put me into the labor room after giving me an epidural. So I waited for 3 hours all by myself. I was just lying back on my back. They put me on an oxygen string, I don't know, what do you call, pipe, oxygen pipe. So it's not a mask, it's just a pipe which goes through your nose. So all was good. I was smiling, I was talking to my nurses, and around 6 o'clock the nurses came and checked me, and they said that the ring of fire was gone. Well, they didn't tell me that, but because I had studied about the process of labor and everything, I could understand the medical terms that they were using. They said that the ring was gone. So basically it's like when your cervix is completely open, the pressure that baby's head puts on the cervix basically creates a ring, like, but when the cervix is open wide enough for the baby's head to pass through, that pressure on the wall of the cervix is minimized. So it's not pressurized, and if you try to push very early before that ring, that is the ring of pressure, baby's head might be pressurized too much, and that might actually cause damage to your baby's brain. So it's very important for your doctors to tell you when to push. It's a very important thing, and you do not push before that. So around 6 o'clock they told me that I was ready to push. I had another assistant doctor who was teaching me how to push and all that. I already had an enema in the afternoon, and I wasn't allowed to eat anything after that, so I was not really worried about anything nasty going on down there. But it's completely normal to pass stools while pushing, because you push using the same muscles, so you will keep peeing if your bladder is full. You will poop as well if there's something in your tract. So it's completely normal. The nurses and the doctors have seen it all, so you need not worry yourself and lose sleep over that fact. And at around 6:30, 6:45, doctors were saying that yeah, anytime now, anytime the baby is going to come out, anytime now. And I was waiting. Main doctor had come in just 10 to 15 minutes before, and then she started to guide me properly, and then she was maneuvering the baby with her hand, and I felt her head pop out of my cervix. Yeah, that's strange when I say it out loud, but yeah, that did happen. Cool, it was cool. Now then I knew that okay, my baby's head is out now, her body will be almost out. So around 6:45 then they said that now it's the last run. I really need to push my baby out, because she's already been in that position since a very long time, that is about 45 minutes. So then I gave it my all. Then even one of my nurses was pushing my stomach on the upside, and she was like massaging the baby to come out. And then I did have an episiotomy, unfortunately, that is a cut in your vagina to help the baby come out more safely without you tearing. And I have made a video actually on all the bad mistakes that I did and got my stitches infected, so you can go watch it out and not do the same mistakes. So yeah, I had an episiotomy, so around at 6:50, 6:55 they gave me a cut, and in about 10-15 more minutes my baby was out in this world. And she came out, and the doctor said there was just a slight cord around her neck, which was why they were very careful in not making me push too hard. So they told me about this later and not before, so that otherwise I would have gotten scared. So yeah, but they said that now it's all right, the baby was fine. I had a beautiful, amazing angel daughter. So at around 7:10 p.m. on 22nd October, well, I imagined her to be all bloody and all I don't know, ugly and sort of, but she was really clean, to my surprise. I don't know, whatever they show in the movies. So yeah, I don't know, my baby was really clean. Maybe it's not the same for everyone, but my girl was really clean, and she was, wow, she was white, and she was crying her lungs out. And then they put her next to me. So I had read about golden hour. That is the first hour that you spend with your baby is a golden hour, because you can bond with your baby, and it's important to breastfeed as well in the first hour, so that your body knows that your baby is out and you would start producing milk. So I asked my nurses if I could hold my baby and if she could feed, because of this golden hour thing that I have read about, and she said okay, that's all right if you want to hold her. And then I held her while they were stitching me up down there. I was really tense and my body was really stiff before I held her, and the doctor said that they should have given her to me even before, because I relaxed the minute I held her. So this was my experience with my labor, but I would like to say that one side effect that I had because of my epidural is I threw up the minute I got up from that operation table. everything came out. My gut was completely empty, and because of that nausea and that vomiting, I was so dizzy, and maybe it was the long labor, I don't know, but I was dizzy for the next 48 hours. Maybe it is a side effect of epidural, or maybe it's just that I was tired, really exhausted, and nothing was there in my stomach since almost 12 hours. So I don't know what it was, but I was really dizzy for the next couple of days. Apart from that, my labor experience was worth it. I would like to put it like that. It was not easy, but I suppose I had not such a bad experience as well, because I had so much help. My doctors were amazing, my nurses were amazing, I had good support from my family. So there are women who are not so fortunate enough, and maybe their births are more difficult than mine. So whatever mine was, I still thank God for keeping me safe and keeping my baby safe, and I wish that even you have a wonderful birth experience. I mean, don't be clocked up that you want to have a normal vaginal birth or a cesarean birth. Whatever it is, we want our babies to be safe, and we want our bodies to be healthy enough post our delivery to be able to take care of the baby. So as long as we have those things in place, we should be just thankful to God for giving us this opportunity to be a mother. I hope you found something useful in this. Do like, comment and share. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more exciting videos. Yes, my friends, see you really soon. Bye.